Okay, so these horizontal reels are everywhere right now. They're blowing up, and honestly, they're super easy to make. All right, first things first, we need to create our sequence. I'm going to File, then New, and select Sequence. Yes, we are creating a horizontal sequence for horizontal video. I'm selecting a preset here, and I'm clicking OK. Perfect. Now I'm going to create a color matte for our background. To do this, I'm going to File again, selecting New Item, and choosing Color Matte. Now here's where we set the aesthetic vibe for the entire video. I'm using this type of color, a slightly yellow tone. You can see it right here on screen. This warm, yellowish color creates that aesthetic, cozy vibe that works so well for typography videos. Now, the style we're creating today is mainly typography focused, so the text is the star of the show. I'm selecting the text tool from the toolbar, and I'm typing my highlighted word, honestly. This is going to be our main focus word. Now I'm going to the Essential Graphics panel. You can also see the properties right here. As you can see, I'm using a font called Cool Vetica Regular. This is such a clean, modern font, and I absolutely love using it for these types of animations. I'm increasing the size a little bit because this is our highlighted word. Now I'm centering it on the screen. And now for the color, I'm changing it to something like reddish. Look at this. It looks awesome and aesthetic, doesn't it? That pop of red against the warm yellow background creates such a nice contrast. Now I'm duplicating the text layer. I'm holding Alt and dragging to create a duplicate. We're going to type our next line here. For this line, I'm making the text size smaller. We want to create that visual hierarchy where the highlighted word dominates. I'm changing the color to something like dark gray. This creates a nice contrast where the highlighted word pops and the supporting text sits back a bit. Now I'm adjusting this text, placing it below our highlighted text, something like this. Now I'm adding my audio to the timeline. Perfect. This is starting to look really good. Now I'm going to add another text layer. I'm typing our first word, which is and. I'm placing this text above our highlighted text. So now we have a nice composition with and at the top, honestly in the middle as our hero word, and our third line at the bottom. Now this is really important. I'm rearranging our layers in the timeline to make sure they're in the right order. And is first, honestly is second, and then our third text is last. This organization is going to make the animation process so much smoother. This is crucial because we're going to show the text one by one, perfectly synced with the voiceover. But before we animate, let me show you how to create that smooth, professional animation for the highlighted text. I'm going to the Effects panel and searching for Transform. I'm dragging and dropping this onto our highlighted word. Now I'm searching for Gaussian Blur in the Effects panel as well. I'm adding this to the highlighted word too. Now I'm going to Effect Controls. This is where the magic happens. First, I'm turning on the blur keyframe and the Gaussian blur effect. I'm clicking that little stopwatch icon. Then I'm turning on the position keyframe and the transform effect. And I'm also turning on the opacity keyframe. Now here's the trick. I'm going to follow these exact steps that I'm showing you right now on screen. Now I'm selecting all the keyframes, right-clicking, and choosing Ease and Ease Out. This creates that smooth, organic motion instead of a robotic, linear movement. Let me play this back for you. Watch this. See how the text fades in, slides into place, and comes into focus all at the same time? That's exactly what we want. Now, for the third line of text, we're going to do something really cool. We're going to make the words appear one by one, perfectly synced with the voiceover. I found the simplest way to do this. And if you're using Premiere Pro 2025 or above, you'll find a crop effect built right into the Essential Graphics panel. But if you're not using Premiere Pro 2025, don't worry. Just go to the Effects panel, search for Crop, and drag and drop it to your text layer. It works exactly the same way. We're going to make the words appear one by one, perfectly synced with the voiceover. So let's say our voiceover says super easy. We need the word super to appear when the voice says super, and then easy appears when the voice says easy. This creates such an engaging effect that keeps viewers watching. Now here's the clever part. I'm selecting the first word segment. I'm going to Effect Controls and finding the crop effect. Now I'm going to crop all the words except the first one. So I'm increasing the left crop until only super is visible. All the other words are cropped out. Now I'm selecting the second word segment. I'm going to Effect Controls again. And this time, I'm cropping everything except the second word. I'm adjusting the left and right crop values until only easy is showing. Now, when I play this back, watch what happens. The words come in one by one, perfectly synced with the audio. How cool is that? This is such a simple technique, but it creates such a professional, polished result.